Have you ever seen a steak, a cupcake, or even a cappuccino covered in shimmering gold? It looks like the height of luxury, right? But have you ever stopped to wonder, why are we eating gold? And how did this become a thing? Well, get ready, because today we're diving deep into the glittering history of edible gold leaf and uncovering how it went from ancient medicine to the ultimate symbol of culinary extravagance. Believe it or not, our fascination with eating gold isn't a new trend from Instagram. It goes back thousands of years, all the way to ancient Egypt. The Egyptians believed gold was a sacred metal, a physical manifestation of the sun god Ra. They thought it had divine properties and could grant immortality. Pharaohs and the elite would consume gold dust in their food and drink, not for the taste, but in the hopes of purifying their bodies and achieving eternal life. It wasn't about showing off wealth. It was about connecting with the gods and cheating death. Imagine thinking your morning smoothie could make you live forever. From Egypt, the idea of consuming gold traveled across the ancient world. In Alexandria, one of the greatest centers of knowledge, alchemists dedicated their lives to creating an elixir of life. And what was the key ingredient? You guessed it, liquefied gold. They believed that since gold was incorruptible, never tarnishing or rusting, consuming it would make their own bodies incorruptible too. This belief spread to ancient Rome, where wealthy patricians would sprinkle gold dust on their dishes during lavish feasts to display their power, and they hoped to gain vitality and cure various ailments. It was the original superfood, but with a much, much higher price tag. Fast forward to the medieval and Renaissance periods in Europe. This is where edible gold really started to shine, literally. Gold was no longer just about immortality. It became a powerful symbol of wealth and status during magnificent banquets hosted by nobles and kings. It was common to see entire peacocks or boars roasted and then decorated with delicate sheets of gold leaf. One famous example is a 15th century Italian banquet where they served everything from bread to pastries, completely covered in gold. It was a spectacle designed to awe guests and demonstrate the host's immense riches. The goal was to create a feast so visually stunning that it would be talked about for years. They weren't just serving food, they were serving an experience of pure, unadulterated opulence. Interestingly, during this time, gold was also still used for medicinal purposes. European physicians, known as apothecaries, would create cordials, special medicinal drinks that often contained gold flakes. They believed it could cure everything from a sore throat to heart palpitations. The famous alchemist Paracelsus even developed gold-based medicines, claiming they could rejuvenate the body and fight off disease. So, while the rich were showing off with gold-covered feasts, others were sipping on gold-infused tonics, hoping for a miracle cure. It was this dual role, as both a symbol of status and a supposed health booster, that cemented gold's place in high society. Now, let's travel east to Japan, where the art of using gold in food took on a completely different meaning. In Japan, particularly in the city of Kanazawa, which produces 99% of the country's gold leaf, the practice became deeply ingrained in the culture. It wasn't just about showing off wealth in a loud, flashy way. Instead, it was about aesthetics, hospitality, and a touch of good luck. Gold leaf, known as kinpaku, was added to sake on special occasions like New Year's or weddings, believed to bring fortune and longevity. It was also used to decorate traditional sweets known as wagoshi. The application of gold was subtle and elegant, a nod to craftsmanship and the beauty of the moment, rather than a bold declaration of riches. This delicate, mindful approach is a beautiful contrast to the grand, showy banquets of Europe. So, how did we get from ancient elixirs and royal banquets to the gold-flaked donuts and gold-dusted steaks we see on social media today? The modern era of edible gold really took off in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Thanks to the rise of celebrity chefs and a globalized luxury market, high-end restaurants and hotels competing to offer the most unique and extravagant dining experiences, rediscovered gold leaf as the ultimate garnish. It has no taste, no smell, and no nutritional value. Its sole purpose is to add visual drama and a sense of exclusivity. Think about it. When a chef adds gold leaf to a dish, the price can skyrocket. You're not paying for flavor, you're paying for the story, the experience, and the social currency of being able to say, "You've eaten gold." It's the perfect ingredient for the age of Instagram. A shimmering gold-covered dessert is incredibly photogenic. It's an instant status symbol that you can share with the world. That $1,000 golden pizza or $25,000 taco isn't really about the food itself. It's about participating in a spectacle of luxury, a tradition that stretches all the way back to the pharaohs of Egypt. The process of making edible gold leaf is also part of what makes it so expensive. It starts with a small nugget of pure 22 to 24 karat gold. This nugget is melted and rolled into a long, thin ribbon. Then the real artistry begins. This ribbon is cut into small squares, placed between sheets of special paper, and then hammered by hand or by machine for hours and hours. The gold is hammered until it becomes unimaginably thin, about 0.1 micrometers or 1/10,000th of a millimeter. It's so delicate that a single breath can make it fly away. This painstaking, labor-intensive process, which has barely changed for centuries, contributes significantly to its high cost. So, is it safe to eat? Absolutely, as long as it's pure 22 to 24 karat gold. At this purity, gold is chemically inert, meaning it passes right through your digestive system without being absorbed. It's a bit like eating decorative glitter, but much, much fancier. It's classified as a food additive, E175, in the European Union. However, you should never ever try to eat gold from jewelry or other non-food sources, as those often contain other metals that can be toxic. In the end, the story of edible gold is a fascinating reflection of human desire. From the quest for immortality and divine connection to the flamboyant displays of medieval kings and the modern-day chase for likes and followers, eating gold has always been about more than just food. It's about aspiration, status, and the timeless allure of something rare and beautiful. It's a thread of shimmering metal woven through our history, connecting ancient pharaohs to today's foodies. So, the next time you see a gold-flaked dish on a menu, you'll know you're looking at a tradition that's thousands of years old. You're not just seeing an expensive garnish. You're seeing a piece of history, a symbol of our enduring fascination with the most precious of metals. Would you try it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching and journeying through this glittering history with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of food. See you in the next one.